Hi. We are continuing with our swing trading and sessions, short-term trading sessions, stock picking and taking stock. So, if you have been following the market, it's been a total. Yes, I had. I was on a break last week. I told you. I think it was on. I told it on the Saturday stream. I was on a break, so last 1 week we didn't do any class, but I'm back. It's always doom and gloom. The markets are recovering a bit, so there will be chances of slightly better. You can have a look at your portfolio and see slightly better things probably. Yes, let's start off with the indices, and then we'll go on and see what are the stock specific charts, and then we'll see if there are any kind of opportunities that are available for us in this week of trading. So as you can see, the Nifty index before a few weeks, before a couple of weeks, it was down here at the below the lower Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame, and then a reversal. And last week was sort of did not give a total confirmation, whether it is going high or not. So it did not break the high. The high was 16,399, 16,400. And the high of the last week was 16,414. So not very conclusive in the last week, but this week it has gone up. Okay, and has shown a reversal. But again, if you look at the candle right now, it is not a very conclusive candle. Not conclusive in the sense it's not very strong, right? So it's almost, you can see the body is almost not there. It's just the wicks up and down. So as soon as it went up, there has been selling from the top, and so it is there is downward pressure again. So probably this will again go up, and this rally that has started will go up till here. The 20 SMA is my expectation. It will go up here till 16. The 20 SMA is at 16. 969, 16,969. So probably it will go up to 16,969 or maybe 17,000, just shy of 17,000, and maybe start the downward reversal again. Right, so that is what I expect. So this is kind of a relief rally. So once the market is beaten down and everything is like doom and gloom, like you say, then there needs to be a relief rally, right? So once again, to give some relief to the market participants. So that's what this is, relief rally. It will go up probably to 17,000. It may go up, and then I expect it to start the downward journey again. How will you provide your services? What services? Teaching, mentoring is already there, and if you want any other kind of services, is there. We are also thinking to. I'm thinking of starting an auction. I haven't really, what should I structured it, right? So once I structure it, I'll put the auction here on the creator website. And then you can also visit my website for other services that you want. Personally, if you want, then you can contact me on my mail or contact me through my website. Okay, so yeah, we'll look at the stocks in a while. Just a moment. So that's how the Nifty is. Let's see how the other indices, the major indices, are behaving. The Bank Nifty was pretty stronger than the Nifty, very strong in terms of the reversal. Good big green candles, but again showing the red candle here at the 20 SMA. So again showing weakness here at the 20 SMA. So unless the Bank Nifty and other indices push up, the Nifty will not go beyond the 20 SMA. This is where the performance needs to come from. This is where the scope is there for the performance. Nifty IT index has been beaten down over the last so many weeks, and now it is showing reversal here. And this sector needs to perform if the Nifty needs to go higher. This is where the space is there, you see. All the other places you saw that it is already closer to the 20 SMA. So this is where the space is there. So you want to look out at TCS, Infi, and the other stocks where this needs to perform if the Nifty needs to go higher from here. So IT would probably throw up some opportunities in swing trading in the next few weeks, and so we'll look at some IT stocks also today. Okay, let's look at Airtel. Yeah, it's consolidating in this range. So for a swing trade, there is no opportunity right now. There is no good entry point. The risk reward ratio will not be very good at this point. Either it has to be closer here to the lower Bollinger Band, then it will be provide a good entry point. But at this stage, it is just consolidating here. It is not going down. It is not going up. So at this stage, there is no good entry point for a swing trade, right? What we are talking of in perspective of short-term swing trades, right? So in that perspective, there's no good entry point at this. Either it has to go above the 20 SMA, and then you can take a trade here if it is above the 20 SMA and keep 20 SMA as your stop loss. Then it can provide a good opportunity there. Yeah, let's look at the IT stocks. So we'll start with TCS. TCS is the one that is giving the most opportunity. Look at the TCS chart. Like I said, the Nifty IT index has to perform in order for the market to go up further, and obviously those stocks will give you the most opportunity right now. So TCS has been beaten down here, and a smart reversal at this point. So probably TCS will give a good rally. If the IT index rallies, then this is the stock that will rally the most. It has got a lot of space here up on the top, right up to the 20 SMA is at 3,592, with the lower Bollinger at 3,261. So quite a good risk reward ratio here, and this has the space to move ahead a lot. Let's see at CL Tech, as you said. HCL Tech does not exude the same confidence, even though there is a reversal here. There has been quite a lot of selling from the top and coming down again. So it does not exude the kind of confidence that TCS is exuding. So I wouldn't take a trade on this, even though even though the high has been broken, but it has still come down. So that means there is a selling here from the top. So it does not give that much of confidence or a good trade. Infosys again. Okay, it's broken the high, but again, as I said, there's a lot of selling from the top, so again does not give the confidence for a good trade. Coforge, okay, a little bit of consolidation here, no confidence here also. So I guess TCS is the only one that is showing some kind of a resilience in this market. So all the other IT stocks are not showing so much of confidence. The FMCG sector, okay, let us look at the FMCG index first. See, the FMCG index has already rallied and come up here, okay, to the upper Bollinger Band, and showing a sell-off from the top levels. So that will probably be reflected in the FMCG stocks. So looking at Dabur, no. Yeah, Dabur is in a very good position, in fact. So the FMCG index has been taken up by the other stocks, I think. So Dabur is in a good position here. Quite a smart reversal, but still there is because it has moved up further, I think the risk reward ratio will not be very favorable. It is 517 right now, and 495 is the stop loss. So you have 17 and 5, 22 rupees stop loss, and 538 on the upside. That is 17 and 4. So almost 1:1 risk reward ratio. For me, it is not good enough. So 1:1 risk reward ratio here, not good enough for me. I would want at least 2:1. Perico, yeah, this is reflecting the FMCG index. Yeah, so it has already gone up to the 20, sorry, the upper Bollinger Band, and now sell off from the top. So 20 SMA, if you're already in this trade, then 20 SMA should be your stop loss. This should be your stop loss. Or even if you want to book profit, then you can even book profit on this. If you're in a short-term trade, you can book profit on that. Delivery has fortunately given a listing, like it is given a favorable listing, so good for the people. uh, so it's yeah, so it's holding, and probably those who wanted to book profit have already booked profit here in this space, and it is holding this range. So good for that, for people who did this IPO. Tata Elxsi. Tata Elxsi is a solid stock. See, I'm looking at the weekly chart here. Look at, this is a chart right from 2020. It has never gone down below the 20 SMA, except at here at one point. It has gone down below the 20 SMA and then still holding that price. So it is a very good stock. And yeah, if your average price is 900, that's an awesome entry level. The awesome entry level 900 if you have that stock. Yeah, you can hold this for the long term. This is a superb stock. You can hold this for the long term, and if you are holding it for the long term, you want to look at it from the monthly charts perspective, not on the weekly. From the monthly charts perspective, and you can see the way that this has gone and the way that it is holding. So yeah, this is definitely good for the long term. Can hold for the long term, and if you are holding for the long term, instead of Bollinger Band, you can look at the EMAs. So that will help you, if and when to exit. So if you look at the EMAs, let me just put 10 and 20 EMA here on monthly chart. Okay, so this is how it looks on the on the monthly chart, and this is a fabulous stock to hold for the long term. The kind of returns that is given over the long term is fabulous. So if you are holding the stock already, and you have got a very good entry price, if what the price that you're saying is a very good entry price. The only place that you want to look at the monthly, and the only place that you want to exit is when the 10 EMA crosses down to the 20 on the monthly chart. Look at it in places like this. Like for instance, you give a cross down here. That is the only place that you want to exit. Otherwise, you don't want to exit this stock, right? So like it came down here also, but it didn't quite give the cross down, and it moved up again. But here it gave the cross down, and even though it has given the cross down over here again, it didn't go pretty much deeper, and gave a crossover here. So this was also a very good entry point to re-enter the stock, and then the kind of levels that it has given right now is just amazing. Yeah, so this is is a very good stock to hold for long term. Yes. Canara Bank. Okay. Yes. Canara Bank reversing from the bottom. So you will get a good move till the 20 SMA. So 20 SMA is at 225, and your stop loss is at 188. So you have 20 rupees stop loss and 225. So yeah, the risk reward is not pretty good, but yeah, but there is a trade opportunity over here, even though the risk reward is not a very good one. Real estate, you want to look at the real estate? Okay. Real estate is consolidating, not quite a very confident reversal. It's a green candle here, then it broke the high and then went down again. But this has been the story of the market in the last week. It came down with a 300-point gap down. So, and again a reversal over here. So this is not a very strong reversal, but it is a reversal all the same. So you want to look at the stocks, then yeah, DLF. Yeah. So mirroring the index, so DLF is the one that is leading the index. So you're seeing a sort of a reversal over here. So 337 and your 20 SMA is 361. So you have almost 20 points on the top and 311. So the risk reward ratio is not favorable here for a short term swing trade. But it is reversing definitely. The stop loss is too deep. Deepak Nitrite again is one of my favorite stocks for the long term. Yes. It's one of the favorite stocks for the long term. Look, because the EMA has never crossed on, you see, for a long time. These are the kind of stocks that you want to hold for the long term. This provides you opportunities for immense amount of wealth creation. And yeah, Deepak Nitrite is definitely for the long term. And if you have got a very good entry price on this, then please do hold till the time that the EMA gives you a cross down. Till that time, there is nothing to worry. BPCL. BPCL is beaten down and not showing a smart reversal. Probably there will be reversal over here, but we need to wait for the next confirmation candle. So unless you see the confirmation candle in the next week crossing the high of this week, so the high of this week is what 331.85. So if unless it crosses 332 in the next week, then there is an opportunity for a trade. Till right now, it is wait and watch. Radico. No, Radico has reversed. It staged a reversal, but then came back again. So it's not sustaining. So no entry point here. No good trade here. Yes. So that's the story for this week. The indices, IT has to perform in order to give a good move to the index. Otherwise, the index will not sustain. Want to look at the mid cap. Look at the mid cap index. The mid cap 100 is performing well. The index is performing well. So you might want to look at some of the mid cap stocks, the good mid cap stocks, and they will give you also opportunities, for good trades. Let me see if I can pull up some of them. Yes, I think, yeah. Let's look at Apollo. Reversing, but not very confident. Okay. These are Apollo, Crompton. These are some of the heavyweights on the mid cap index. That is why I'm looking at these stocks. Okay. Oh, it's already moved very fast. So again, yeah, trade opportunity lost here. And then we have Ipca Laboratories. Mid cap index is doing well. And so some of the mid cap stocks which are heavyweights on the mid cap index should also do well. So that's why we are searching for opportunities in stocks which are heavy on the mid cap index. Seems like they have already moved. Ipca Laboratories, no chance. Jubilant has already moved. Let's see, PI Industries. Okay, PI Industries has already moved, but it can 20 SMA can be a stop loss. It can move further up to here, up to the upper Bollinger Band, that is the 3000 levels, and 20 SMA is at 26669. So 2669. So that will give you a good risk reward ratio, and so this can be a good opportunity here. Trend. Not quite, yeah, unless it moves above the 20 SMA. JSW, okay, we'll take some stocks here. JSW Steel. Yeah, so yeah, very good reversal from the bottom here, good buying from the bottom here. So wait and watch for the next week. It has to cross the high of this candle, and if it does, then 20 SMA 666 will be a good target to aim at, and your lower Bollinger Band can be stop loss, which will give you a good risk reward ratio. But the Nifty Metal Index is not very strong, so you might want to have a little bit caution on that. Yeah, it's reversing here, but not yeah. So the same story here. The metal index and JSW Steel will almost mirror each other here. So you have to wait and watch till this high is taken out in the next week. Tata Steel also will look. Same story. So it's mirroring the metal index. So unless this reversal gives you a confirmation, this is trying to reverse, but unless it gives you a confirmation in the next week, there is no trade opportunity here. I mean, you cannot take for those who are very aggressive, sort of, they can probably, but otherwise, wait for confirmation. So Infosys, we had a look at the IT stocks, but if you want, let's look at it again. Yeah, so it is, Infosys is reversing, and in the whole pack of IT stocks except TCS, none of the reversals are giving confidence. So in spite of the fact that Infosys is reversing, but you see this selling from the top and the red candle here, so it's not giving the confidence to enter into the trade, right? In spite of the fact that there is a reversal and a confirmation, the high has been broken. Except TCS, no other IT stocks is giving the the sort of confidence that we want. See, this is this is a confident reversal. So there is confidence on TCS, but not the other IT stocks. DB Reality will not give you a good risk reward ratio, in spite of the fact that this is reversing and going up here on till 91, but the stop loss is too deep. Right now it is at 73 and the stop loss will be at 56, so that is too deep, and your target is just 91. So not a good risk reward ratio. Okay, what I did was I put up on the screener the Bollinger Band reversal screener on the weekly time frame, and I run the scan on Nifty 200. So some stocks here have come up. So this is Voltas. Voltas has already moved up by 2.95%. Procter and Gamble, Federal Bank, Punjab National Bank, Nippon, Titan, and some stocks here. So let's have a look at these stocks also. Tata Power and Oro Pharma. Okay. No trade here. No trade here. It's just consolidating there. Wait and watch on Oro Pharma. It has to give a confirmation candle on the in the next week, so breaking the high of this week. But the pharma index is not in a good position. Pharma index is not in a good position, so it is not likely to give you a reversal. It's not likely to give you a confirmation candle. So because this is in a bad place. Pharma index is in a bad place. Yeah, so want to look at some of the stocks here that have come up on the screener. Voltas, we'll have a look at Voltas. Voltas is a mid-cap stock, so we were looking at mid-caps also. Yeah, so look at this smart 3 green candles. Lot of confidence here, and the current market price is 1048, and your stop loss can be either the low of the previous week or the lower Bollinger Band, so 950 odd. Right, so you have 100 rupees stop loss, and on the top you have 20 SMA as your target, which is 1181. 1181. Right, so that gives you a good risk reward ratio. Yeah, I put it up here. I put some of the stocks up here. So current market price is 1048, right, and 1181 is the target. 1000, can take 1000 as your stop loss, or maybe even lower. Okay, what is the low of this? 975. So 975, you get a 1.82 risk reward ratio. Not very handsome, but very close to 2, so it's okay. Yeah, also, yeah, before we look at the other stocks, I want to also give you this one. Look at all the stocks that we have discussed on this chart, or based on the screener. These are the stocks. Okay, 10 stocks, and out of 10 stocks only one has hit the target. Rest everybody has hit the stop loss. Only one has hit the target. All the rest have hit stop loss. Okay, and in spite of that, uh, in spite of that look at the overall loss on the portfolio. It is less than 3%, approx 3%. That's all. So, and the one that has hit has given you an 8% return, right? All the remaining has given you like 5%, 7%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 1%, 3%, 8%, 1%, right? This is why we are going for risk reward ratio. Look at the risk reward ratio: 3.19, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 17, 3, almost 5 here, 7.89. The moment you have a good risk reward ratio, you enter into those trades which you have a good risk reward ratio, low stop loss, high target. That means that even if very less number of calls are successful, even then you will not make a major loss. In fact, if we are going by a 1:3 risk reward ratio on almost all our trades, that means only 30% of our calls needs to be successful, and still we will be on a no profit no loss basis. So that's the key here for all your swing trades. So the key here, even in such a bearish market and such a negative sentiment all over the place. In fact, we had TCS here. It was giving a very good trade, but what happened, I think we discussed this on 18th May, and then what happened at that point of time was, the very next day the market opened with a gap up of gap down of 300 points. All the stop losses were hit. We took around 6 stocks here on 18th May, and all of the stop losses were hit on the same day, 19th May, except Hero Motors. Everybody hit the stop loss on the next day. Now the market can give you shocks like this, right? Then how are you prepared to handle it? Is this that you enter into trades which give you a good risk reward ratio, low stop loss, high target. So that means I'm taking 10 trades, only one of my trade is hitting the target, and yet my loss is only 3%. In the overall portfolio, it also depends on your allocation. The allocation that we have done here is, this is we have assumed a capital of 1 lakh, and we have done a 15,000 rupees allocation per trade. That means 6 trades can simultaneously go on at a time, not more than that. So at the max, we took the max here, 6 trades at a time we took. So almost our capital is exhausted at that point of time, but each trade is only having 15,000 and not more than that. So we are not, misallocating the resources, or we are not having lopsided allocation. We are having, equal allocation for every, trade that we are taking, and plus all the trades that we are taking are having a very good risk reward ratio. This is if you follow this concept, for 1 year, you will get exceptional returns on your portfolio, even in a bearish market. Look at this. Look at the performance of what this is not a good performance. This is a loss, right? Last 10 calls, only one is performing. So you're just performing 10% of your calls are successful of what we are doing. But this is the thing to note. The thing to note is my loss is only 2,974 rupees on a portfolio of 1 lakh rupees, right? And we are still taking this Volta's LTI and emphasis. We are still having to take this. I'm not calculating that here, but this is what you want to follow in your swing trading. And if you are able to maintain this discipline, swing trading will give you 30 to 40% returns in a year. This is that powerful. But you need to maintain this. Don't get into trades which don't give you a good risk reward ratio. Why are we harping about risk reward ratio? Why am I saying, when the reversal candle is already there, the confirmation candle is already there, and I'm still saying that stop loss is too deep, risk reward is not conducive, it's not giving me confidence. Why I'm saying that? This is the reason. I don't want to get into a trade where I get a deeper stop loss, so that the overall portfolio is in a bad shape. But I do want to get into a trade where it gives me a higher target and a lower stop loss. And so that what that means is that if that trade goes successful, then it will give me much more profit than all the losses that I've taken. It will help me to cover even the losses that have been there before. So that is what you want to look at, and this is that kind of trade. So I put the screener here. It gives me 14 stocks, but I look at all the stocks and I want to see which is the one that gives me the most confidence, which is the one that gives me the highest risk reward ratio. Those are these trades that I want to enter. The other trades I don't want to enter. Okay, so I looked at all these 14 stocks, and I see this. This is the one that I want. Only three I want. Why? Because they give me this kind of risk reward ratio: 1.82, 2.65, 2.23. This kind of risk reward ratio they give me. So let's look at that. Voltas, we already looked at this. So this is giving a good risk reward ratio over here. Let's look at PGHH. Right. See this. The reversal is already done. It's very it's very good, but it has moved up so much. So this trade is already lost. The opportunity is already gone. This opportunity should have been here. When it crossed the high, the stop loss would have been smaller. But right now, the target is very close and the stop loss is very deep. So this is not a good risk reward ratio. This is not a good time to enter into the trade, in spite of the fact that the setup is working. The setup is working, but this is still not a good time to enter into the trade because you don't have a good risk reward ratio on that. Yeah. Poonawalla, yeah, just give me just a moment. I'll just look at some of these stocks, and then we'll look at your stocks also. Federal Bank. So here it is 89 and 95 here at the top. So around 6 rupees here, and a stop loss here of 84 rupees. So 84. So 5 rupees on the stop loss, 6 rupees on the upside. Not a good risk reward ratio. Right. So that's how I filtered this, and I came up to I looked at all these stocks: Punjab National Bank, Nippon, Titan. None of them was giving good risk reward ratio. Let's look at LTI. Look at this. This is the ideal setup. This is the kind of setup that gives you a lot of confidence. It's just crossed the high, just crossed the high. The stop loss is very close here at 3,800, and you have so much space here on the top, right up to 5,500. This is an awesome trade. And this is the kind of, if I mean, I'm not saying that this is 100% success, but what I'm saying is that the probability, or if this trade goes right, it will change the the entire the look of your portfolio. It'll your portfolio will look much better if these kind of trades go right. So LTI here, it's giving me a 2.65 risk reward ratio. So that's the kind of trades that I want to enter in. Okay. So I also looked at some of the other stocks here. Infosys, we already looked. Naukri was not giving good one. Emphasis was the other stock that was giving a good. Yeah. Okay. Today, I think it has gone down a little. So this is again not very confident. So I think I'll have to remove this from the list. Not very confident against selling from the top. So this one has come down today. Emphasis. So in the IT pack, only TCS is the one that is giving confidence. Yeah. So that's the way that you want to analyze the stock and the opportunities that you are coming across. Okay, let's look at Poonawalla. No entry point here unless it crosses the 20 SMA. No entry point here. Right after it crosses 20, you can aim for the upper Bollinger Band and keep 20 SMA as your stop loss. Right now there is no entry point. Okay. Right. I forgot to tell you the disclaimer in the beginning. I'm not a SEBI registered analyst, and what we do here, these are not trading and investing recommendations. These are only for educational purpose. Right. So please take note of that. Forgot to tell you in the beginning. Yeah. Okay. So do connect with me on www.capitalworx.in for any kind of services that you want. Yeah. Anything that is related to mutual fund or stocks or insurance or portfolio, how to structure your portfolio, and training and mentoring. Right. Again, thank you for joining. Unless you have any more stocks to look at, thank you for joining. That's the website and the email and link tree. And do connect. We'll be glad to connect with you all. Okay, so unless you have any more things to look at, we'll call it a day today. Thank you. Which is that one? RTN India. It's already moved very high. It's already moved up. UPL can give you a chance. You can take 20 SMA as your stop loss and aim for the upper Bollinger Band. UPL has a good entry point here. Other reports, no entry point right now, unless it crosses 20 SMA. Yeah, it is showing the reversal, but as I said, IT is not giving confidence in this reversal because of selling from the top. So except TCS, nothing in the IT pack is giving confidence. Yeah, this one is already moved again, and unless it crosses 20 SMA, again no good entry point. Yeah, unless it crosses here, you will not get a good entry point for your trade. Fine. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining once again, and thank you for all the interaction, and do connect with me, and it'll be helpful. Hope these sessions are very helpful to you, and see you soon.